Hello friends, this video on electric circuits part 22 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Please make sure that you have watched all the videos till part 21 before going ahead with this part. Let's try to understand how does a bulb glow. This is something which is very common and which is a part of your day-to-day life. Every day you see a bulb glowing. You switch on the light and you switch it on and the bulb glows. But what makes a bulb glow? Right? When you are studying this lesson on electricity and current, you should know such small things. Basically, if you look at a bulb carefully, you will see some filament of this kind inside the bulb. A very thin filament. So, tungsten plays a very important role in bulb. This filament is made up of tungsten. Now, tungsten is a metal which has relatively high resistance. That means tungsten is not a very good conductor of electricity like copper or aluminium or so on. So it allows electricity to pass through it, but it offers little more resistance. Now what happens when more resistance is offered? Due to this resistance to the current flow, heat energy is generated. For example, whenever there is resistance, there is heat. I will give you one simple example, not related to current, but to a general phenomenon. When you rub your hands, what happens? You feel warmth, right? Heat is generated. Why? Because there is friction. What is friction? Friction is something which opposes the motion. That is, it is a kind of resistance to motion, right? So whenever there is friction or there is opposition to something, heat gets generated. Similarly here, whenever there is resistance to current flow, heat will get generated. And this heat gets dissipated in the form of visible light. Now, how much resistance tungsten will offer? Let us suppose if tungsten offers very high resistance, in that case, it will not allow current to flow through it at all. So, how much resistance tungsten will offer, that is again dependent on the thickness of the tungsten, because I told you before also that resistance, you remember, resistance is given by rho L by A. So resistance is dependent on length of the conductor and cross-sectional area of the conductor. So resistance is dependent on dimensions of filament. So how much thin the filament should be, that has to be determined very exactly, because the thickness of the filament will determine how much resistance the filament will offer to the current flow. So the thickness of the tungsten is designed in such a way that it is hot enough to give visible light, but it is not too hot to melt, because if the thickness of the tungsten filament is such that it becomes extremely hot, and if the metal becomes so hot, what will happen? The metal will melt down and your bulb will not function, right? So therefore the prime factor here is the thickness of the tungsten filament, because depending on the thickness, the tungsten will provide appropriate amount of resistance to the flow of current. And because of that appropriate amount of resistance, some appropriate amount of heat will get dissipated in the form of visible light. Now, in order that this extremely hot filament does not directly interact with this glass, what happens is, inside the glass there is some inert gas, because inert gas does not react with anything else. They are inert, right? They are inactive, or they do not react with anything else. So inside the glass, they often fill inert gases so that the glass bulb does not come in direct touch with this white hot filament, right? So I hope you understood how does the bulb glow. It is because of the tungsten filament which offers resistance to the current flow. Because of this resistance, let me write it down. Tungsten offers resistance. This resistance heats up and the heat dissipated in the form of visible light, right? Now there is another thing which you would have observed, that as soon as you switch on you switch the bulb on, the bulb immediately glows. That means as soon as the switch is on, the circuit gets closed and immediately the bulb glows. But as we have studied before in the previous chapter, that what happens is whenever the circuit is closed, the electrons present inside, they start moving. So the electrons basically start drifting with a drift velocity, and we also saw that the value of the drift velocity is very small. So with that small value of drift velocity, how is it possible that the electrons are able to reach from the switchboard through the wire to the bulb so quickly, and the bulb just glows instantly? How does that happen? Basically, it is not that the bulb waits for all the electrons to drift from one end to the another for it to glow. As soon as the key is switched on, as soon as you switch on the switch, an electric field is set up instantly throughout the circuit. So throughout the circuit, there is an electric field. As a result, so electron is present everywhere inside the circuit, right? So the electrons everywhere, they start to drift. So at every portion of the circuit, there are electrons which start drifting. So as a result of that, current is set up instantly. So nobody waits for the electrons to drift from one end of the wire to the other end, because the electrons, they basically do not. It is just that since electrons are present throughout the circuit, electrons present at every portion of the wire, everybody starts drifting as soon as an electric field is set up throughout. Now, as soon as the electrons at all portion of the wire starts drifting, electric current is set up. Now, this thing, the electric field is set up instantly. Now, when the electric field is set up instantly, the electron drift also starts instantly at every portion of the circuit. As a result, the bulb also glows. Right? So I hope I am able to explain you these basic things which you come across in your daily life, because even if such questions do not come in your examination, but you should know such small things. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.